back in the sand, motherfucker, and I'm like in the flame. Take a hit, inhale, motherfucker, got a shit, make a sale, motherfucker, got a sale, make a bail, motherfucker, and I jump, never bail, motherfucker. Had to tell motherfuckers I'm the man, motherfucker. I'm the man, motherfucker. Bitches with a tan, doing tan, motherfucker. Tatted, motherfucker. Fuck in the bathroom with no rubber. I'm a nasty motherfucker.
Alright guys, welcome back to the Queen City Odyssey Artist Spotlight. We got Kenic Ray in the studio today talking about his upcoming album, Midwest Rap Tunes, and just catching back up with him, man. What do you want to say?
Man, so I'm about to drop an album, Midwest Rap Tunes, on 420. I've been working on it for about like a year, for real. Probably more like 11 to 10 months, but yeah, it's been a lot of different things. I started going off on like, I had made this song with the artist Southside Hoodlum from Antonio, Texas, and I was, when I made that song, I just felt there was like something new in me, like I was fucking with the song, got the good feature, he killed the feature, and I was like, it started going up. I was okay. I was intrigued by the idea of like recording an album or a project, because I listen, like one of my favorite like artists is Westside Gunn, and he's from this group or label Griselda. You know, check them out. And so he was like, he would always record his tapes. What is it, like he would jump in the studio for like, whether it be a week, 2 weeks, or like even a couple of days. It was just real quick. It wasn't like, oh, this was recorded over a span of this long. It was just recorded like in a week or a couple of days, couple hours even. And I fucked with that concept because I'm pretty sure someone, I'm not like, don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure someone said that Kendrick Lamar did that with Damn. Like he just locked in the studio with like sleeping bags and shit, and they just went in there for like 2 weeks and recorded it. I'm not sure if that's how it happened, but I've heard a hella artists, and specifically Westside Gunn. So it originally stemmed from me getting a pack of beats from Rocco Roy. He's big in Cincy.
One of the bigger, better producers in the city.
Yeah, you know, that's the homie, you know, outside of before the music, you feel me? Like, that was the homie. So, he sent me, like, beat packs. I recorded, like, in one night, I think it was 9 songs in one night back in, like, probably June of 2020. And, so, like, I released a video called, like, Money Town and Rust Belt, and maybe one more. I'm trying to think. It might have, maybe not. Yeah, Money Town. So, cause that had three songs in one. So basically, I was like, I chopped them all down, and I was like, you know, I want to make this an album, like over time. You know, I proved to myself at least that I could record. I recorded 9 songs in one day, and they were all like worth dropping. You feel me? And I dropped like, I guess 3 of them Johns out of the 9. So it's been a process, man. I really don't know. That's where it began. I really don't know where to begin. Like after that, it was like, I guess like I had that name, Midwest Rap Tunes, because this album's evolved. Because I felt like this album, you really gonna hear my evolution on it. Is an artist, so like I had like 3 different artworks for it. You know, did a lot of different songs, and this was the first album that I actually like, I put up some bread and got some features and shit, you know, not even to help me just get exposure, but I was like, you know, I just think that these artists that I fuck with, if they're like low key, not even low key, but just like getting on, it's like, why not work with them? You feel me? It do help for the exposure, but it was like, I just want that under my belt, like to be able to say that I got this artist and this artist on because I fuck with them. You know, I'm putting bread in their pocket and they'll help me out type shit too. So it was the first project that I really like got different features, because I've got features before, but like I got like a Chapo feature, Steve Cannon feature. Kurt Lagoop feature. That's about it. So I've had a couple features, but
Game in this game and I can't hold back. Claiming it's lame, y'all ain't on that. Came from the pain, but it's paying me back. And I paint it on tracks. Can't live in the past, you did. Get paid off telephone ring. Tell me my shit don't bang, you a lame. Champagne with shrimp lamaine. Damn shame, you cursed the name. All the fuckers put a battery up in my back. Get a whiff of what I'm cooking and they get attached. Get a whiff of what I'm smoking on through the track. Every day gotta put on to the max. And I'm surfing my wave. Kick back in the sand, motherfucker, and I'm like in the flame. Take a hit, inhale, motherfucker, got a shit, make a sale, motherfucker, got a sale, make a bail, motherfucker, and I jump, never bail, motherfucker, had to tell motherfuckers I'm the man.
yeah, I actually did buy this lighter. I haven't bought a lighter in a minute.
Alright, so tell people about the Fourth Coast. You rep it hard, so kind of tell people what it's about that don't know.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, it started with me listening to DJ Screw, coming down stoned on like a country road, just vibing, and I kept hearing Third Coast, and I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, and I was, okay, obviously, people that don't know, like DJ Screw, that's like Houston specific, but like Texas. And I was like, okay, like they're on the Gulf, like that's a coast, you feel me? Like, so you got the East Coast, you know, Atlantic, all that shit. You got the West Coast on the Pacific, and then like you got the Third Coast, which is the South, like, you know,
The Gulf.
in the Gulf basically. So like, but not Florida. I guess you could. I don't even know it's, but I don't know that.
See, that's I was about to ask you. So would you say the Third Coast then is like Florida to like the end of Texas?
If a motherfucker wants to rap it, a motherfucker wants to rap it, yeah, that's the Third Coast. If you want to.
Would the Fifth Coast be Alaska then? Since it's separate, and with that?
But see, this is what I'm about to get at.
It ain't about what coast you in.
Cause a motherfucker hit me like, the fuck you talking about Fourth Coast? There ain't no Fourth Coast. And I was like, yeah, there ain't. But why are you mad? Like, but it's just funny because it's like, it's in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I learned about that in hip hop. You talk about that in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? In music. And it's not even for real, like any other genre but hip hop. Like, honestly, you don't have a fucking country singer. Yeah, I'm from the Third Coast. Maybe you do. But I feel like that shit was just embraced because in hip hop, it's all about like where you're from, what you bring to the table, and that's why people love hip hop.
Originality.
Yeah, so it's like Fourth Coast is the Midwest because you got like the South is like the Third Coast. And I was just like, you know, what is the Midwest? And I was like, for real, fuck it, like, we're the Fourth Coast. And for some reason, like, 4 has always been, like, growing up, that was my favorite number. I just like, you know how people have that, like, they just like numbers. 4 was always, like, my favorite number, my lucky number, whatever. And I was just feeling like, you know, it just made sense. And I was like, and it gave me something to rep too, you know. So when I'm throwing up the 4, like I'm throwing that up for the Fourth Coast, you know. So that's how it stands for real. But it just mean the Midwest.
Watch how I go. You serve at the storm. Used to making it go. I smoke me at all. I just poured out the bowl. Got a 9 and it came with a pole. Swing on the lane when I hit on the curb. So, make 100 no words. My cup looking dirty, bitch, I'm hard to purse. I ride with a 40, bitch, a man on shirt. Said, motherfucker, love, got a trunk full of work. I'm a shooter at the job, many shit go berserk. Got this scale boom like I'm ready for work. That's Southside.
And I'm surfing my wave. Kick back in the sand, motherfucker, and I'm like in the flame. Take a hit, inhale, motherfucker,
So where do you feel like you've really grown most in this album? Do you feel like it's come from your lyrics? Do you feel like it's the beat production? Do you feel like it's just your overall growth in yourself and your belief in it that just shines over the entire album?
I think it's a little bit of all that you just said, for real. It's the beats were kind of like, I started working with Jack Patton, JP on the beat, started working with him, and I feel like Rocco produced a lot of the beats, And the thing about Rocco is like, Rocco would come through, like I've had beats, like these beats, some of these songs were made like a minute ago, like damn near like last summer, like during July, August, September. And then there's a lot of songs on there too that the songs were just made within the last month, you feel me? Like so it's a lot. But I what I did though is like, so like Rocco would come through and he would cook up for about, like, no cap, this man to come through probably for an hour, 2 hours cooking. Like, cook an hour, 2 hours. Like, we're hanging out and shit. That's what we're doing. So, like, he's not technically making beats all that whole time. Bro, he'll make fucking, like, 8 beats. And, like, every one of them is fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, and that's how Jack is, too. Like, I'll pull up with Jack and straight. I started working with him, and it's like how the first beat that I worked with on Jack was Ohio is for Trappers, and that's the one that Roadrunner TB's on. That's the first one I worked with Jack, and he cooked over the vocals. I originally made that song over a different beat, and then when I got the feature back, I think I re-recorded it too. It is, and like I was working with this dude on this album named Burnt, and he works at Babelfish. It's a studio in downtown Franklin, and it's a fire studio. And most of the songs were actually all the songs, for the most part, were recorded there. And a lot of them too, I would re-record. Like, I would take the song that I recorded, I might get a different beat cooked up to it, or I got a feature on it, and then I'm gonna go re-record it. And I did that with damn near every song. And then there's songs on there too that I made straight with Jack. Like, his Jack be on, like, Jack mixed some songs on there, every song that he made the beat to, damn near, except Ohio is for Trappers. But and then it's like lyrically, I feel like, you know, lyrically I've always been lyrically, you feel me? I feel like I've always been a good rapper since I first started rapping. And if you like listen to my music, I feel like you'll hear that, you know. I feel like my voice sounds better, so I definitely feel like I'm just improving on some little shit like that. Just like if you keep doing something, you're gonna improve whether you realize it or not. It's like just even how my voice sounds, you know what I'm saying? But I felt like with this album, it was real hands-on. All my other albums, except for like Going Bananas and like Birds Fly South, I straight would find the beats damn near on YouTube or just get them sent. Like, this was the first project where I was like, you know, besides Going Bananas, we're like, but honestly too, like just working with people in person, you know, working with the producers in person while they're making the beats, not just getting beats sent to me, not looking them up on YouTube, even though I still have some like that on the tape. But it's like, for the most part, I just think that like I just was real hands-on with this body of work in terms of everything, like, you know. So
talk about the cover. So how did you come to that, and what was really the inspiration behind that?
So the cover was like, I've had probably, let me think here. So this is the 5th cover that I've had for this project, and I've worked with my homie Levi Gibbs, and he's super talented. I've worked with him for years now, but you know, I think I knew about this name because my favorite rapper is Pimp C, and one thing that he was like was, you know, like, he was cause back when he, you know, back like in the, you know, like 90s and like even probably like the early 2000s, like, I don't know about that, maybe, I don't know, but all I'm getting at is like hip-hop, like down south, was like hated on. It was either you're from the East Coast, like New York and shit, or you're from fucking LA, West Coast. And he was like, you know what, fuck it, y'all can keep your hip-hop, like if you don't want to accept us in hip-hop. I make country rap tunes. And I was like, man, so that's what Pimp C, like, would say. And I was like, I fuck with that. I just fuck with like where it's kind of like it embraces like just, I don't need y'all, like this is what we got going on, like. And it was dope because it's like that's some people I feel like try to fit in so hard, and it was like Pent was just not, you know, he was the trillist, like he's not gonna, he's being him all the time. And it's like, fuck it, if you, I'll create my own shit. And I just felt like that's how I was feeling, was like, you know what I'm saying, because I'm out in Middletown and shit, I don't really be in like that much type of scenes, you feel me? So it's just like I feel like I was just more or less like Midwest rap tunes, like just kind of saying like this is where I'm coming from, you know, this Midwest ass town. Like I just want to put this on for this album, you know. I'm gonna work on different shit, but I feel like I'm big on the Midwest, and I just feel like with this album I wanted to go hard on that. So that's how I got the name. And then the picture came, I had different cover arts through different phases. This album creating it had hella different phases, and that's what was dope. But I still stayed true to that name. So I kind of like, that was what kept it all in line, was at some points was just the name and that vibe. But once it started coming in line, I would get a cover art made, feel like this is it. And then some time would pass, and I felt like I would so much more I would have done and did. So it's like I felt like I needed a new cover. But with this one, I wanted to get something like real creative. And you know, I linked up with Levi, and I gave him like
Make 100 no words. My cup looking dirty, bitch, I'm hard to purse. I ride with a 40, bitch, a man on shirt. Said, motherfucker, love, got a trunk full of work. I'm shooting at the job, man, this shit gon' reserve. Got this scale boom like I'm ready for work. That's Southside.
And I'm surfing my wave, kick back in the sand, motherfucker, and I'm lighting the flame. Take a hit, inhale, motherfucker, got a shit, make a sale, motherfucker, got a sale, make a bail, motherfucker, and I jump, never bail, motherfucker. Had to tell motherfuckers I'm the man, motherfucker.
How are you preparing for the release of it? Are you promoting it any? Are you doing anything?
nothing. I'm not doing nothing.
Why is that?
Nah, I'm just playing. Nah, bro, there'll be some videos. There'll be some videos on there. Really, it's like, alright, when it comes to promotion and shit, it's like everyone wants to be like, yo, do this, do this, do this. And I feel like, alright, realistically, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's no textbook, do this and it'll happen, or do this. It basically is like, cuz you need to know somebody that's in the game or that can help you, like, or you're dope as fuck and you pop off like naturally. It's like, so I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? With this tape, I got a lot of, you know, some features. So definitely it's like just them features itself are gonna get different views. How I'm gonna promote it is like, I'm gonna promote with a lot of pictures, you know, but videos, I'm gonna get like at least 4 videos, like good hard videos off of it. And you know what I'm saying? I just think like getting it on playlist and like trying to, you know, not even trying, but hitting up writers for different blogs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like want to like, I don't do that fake shit. You know, I'm not gonna pay to get put in a fucking playlist that's fake. You know, I don't want to do that. If I have 100, if I have 1 stream a month, you know, it's like, I'm not faking, bro. Like, I'm not doing that shit. Like, so it's like, I feel like what I'm trying to do now is like, and I say now because it's like, I just think like I want to like get views and shit and get shit. So I feel like it's basically for the first time I really want to like every day be emailing different people, be doing this and that on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to give too much sauce out, but it's like I feel like maybe if I got a feature from this artist, okay, I need to go on Instagram. Who's commenting on his pictures? You know what I'm saying? Hit them, DM them. Yo, I seen that you fuck with yada yada. I just made a song with him. Check it out. boom, you know what I'm saying? Do more shit like that. Even and stay continuous. So I think that's the big thing too, is it's not like it's maybe doing that 10 times a day, but doing it for 3 months straight. You know, 10 times whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? I'm not good with simple math like that.
No, but it's
for
repetition.
real. But I just want to see if that's like 30 times 3. So that'd be 900 people, you feel me? If I just message 10 people a day of just on an artist that's featured on the album. So it's shit like that. Like, I feel like I just want to be doing more like real shit and trying to find shit and like meaning like just like like people working at blogs or writers or shit like that. That's why I felt like working with different DJs, like that was another thing. That's why I brought up back when I was like working with that DJ Ken Blee to get that shit chopped not slopped. I felt like that was like another promotion thing, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt like, you know, I remember like White Iverson, I believe, like they broke the record, like it might have been in Florida, but it was just one DJ played it and it just kept, and that's what made Post like drop it, and it just kept going. So it literally, like how that song popped was straight from a DJ. So that's like sometimes it's like you gotta get, you know, around DJs. So I feel like I'm gonna try to do that more. It's like, that's why, you know, like there's so many different things, but I really feel like with this album I want to give a fuck, and I feel like this is the album that I will give a fuck, because I put a lot of like time, effort, like bread into making it. It's like, so I definitely want to put the same time and effort and whatever into promoting it and making it, you know, do something, you feel me? That's the point, you know what I'm saying? I just want to gain a lot of fames for real, like, cause I feel like I got a lot to say and I'm a dope artist. So I feel like if people fuck like with the artist, they're gonna fuck with me. If people hear my shit or get exposed to my shit or hear my shit somehow, I just feel like it's undeniable that like you'll wanna like, who is that, or this or that, you know what I'm saying, or that was hard, like, you know, it's like if you don't like it, throw it in the trash. And that's what I'm gonna bring up too. I'm gonna start saying that shit too. You know, if you don't like it, fucking delete it off your playlist, because no one's just playing CDs. That's what the fuck I'm gonna start saying, because Nipsey said that shit with the album, with the mixtape. He was, if you don't like it, throw it in the trash, back in the day. So it's like, bring that shit back or something, you feel me? Like, if you don't fuck with it, get off your shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna find the people that fuck with it, but I'm gonna really find them, like, just getting in the streets with it type shit. You know, that's another thing I want to do, is get in the streets with it, get real person with it, you know, hit the malls, do shit like that. I'm definitely gonna be doing that type of shit too, you know, so you'll definitely see me, you know, around doing that shit, you feel me? Like, so I'm gonna definitely do everything, in person, online, try to get different blogs and shit and videos. But I just feel like there's, at the end of the day, it's like I'm out here grinding independent. I've been independent, you know what I'm saying? I've never had help. I've never had no investor. I ain't never had no yo, my uncle's this and that, you know what I'm saying? Or I got this family member, you know? Everything that I've done and did, like, I paid for that shit, you feel me? Like, for real. And it's everything I've done and did, you know, I lined it up, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't someone like, yo, do this or do that. So I just feel like for right now, that's how I gotta grind it. So it's like, you gotta look at the shit like school or some shit. And it's like, okay, if that's what I'm doing right now, because I don't have no label knocking, I don't have no one I know, it's like I need to be listening, and I have been listening to people that were independent, you know, that became, you know, a good, well-known artist. You know, what did they do at the beginning and shit like that? And Nipsey's one of them. And I was watching some, like, documentary on him just yesterday, and I peeped him said that, and, like, I took note of that, like, so, you know, like, if you don't like it, throw it in the trash. Like, if you don't like my shit, take it off the playlist. I got some ideas of how to, like, get people to fuck with it. You know, I'm not gonna say it, I'm gonna do it, because I don't want people, you know, taking the shit. I'll tell you it off camera, but like, just some different shit. Like, because nowadays too, that's a big thing too. It's like, being a rapper, this is what's a big thing. It's like, and that's honestly, I understand, folk. If you want to be honest, it's like this. Back in the day, you could go to your flea market, your corner store, you know, your strip mall, whatever it be, the mall, and you could sell your CDs out the trunk, independent grind, and you could get bread doing it. Nowadays, bro, don't nobody give a fuck about a CD. They can't play it, so it's like, fuck, what do you do? And that's where you gotta be innovative. And I feel like it's different nowadays because most of it be online, but you still want to have that like connection, and you still want to get paid. But it's like, I feel like it's different nowadays than it's been. So it's so different. So I could see maybe why, now that I sit here, it's like, I don't know, like if someone would like try to you gotta try to get shit online, because I don't want to just be an internet rapper, you feel me? I want, and I'm not, for real, like people know I'm a rapper, but I want people to like for real be like, yo, like there was this rapper, you know, blah blah blah. That's, or be like one day it's like, man, I remember when Kenic was out here passing these shits out for that Midwest Rap Tune album. Like that's what I want, because then I want people to look back and be like, man, like I really been grinding it up. You feel me? I never had this or that. I've never had just something that blows up overnight, you know? But so it's like, until that fucking happens or something shakes, it's like I just feel like I've been studying like the artists that, you know, I fuck with, that came up independent, and kind of replicate into my own, you know, personal situation and area of what they did, like, because it's, you know, it's outdated, you know, what most of them did. So it's just, you know, being innovative and shit. But definitely want to get in person with it for sure.
People finish your album, what do you want them to walk away thinking?
Shit, I mean, honestly, it's like, I just want them to become a fan, for real. If you don't like it, cool. If you fuck with it, you feel me? And that's what I want them. I want them to fuck with it. I want them to hear this project, and I want them to be, damn, I fuck with it. And then they fuck with me. So I feel like all I want people, after they hear this album, is just to fuck with me. I want to build fans. You feel me? I don't want just some listeners or just some streams. I want fans. So I feel like with this album, what I'm aiming for is to build and gain more fans and solidify the fans that I've been had. So after this album, I want you to walk away as a fan.
Sale, make a bail, motherfucker, and I jumped up for bail, motherfucker. Had to tell motherfuckers I'm the man, motherfucker. I'm the man, motherfucker. Bitches with a tan, doing tan, motherfucker. Tatted, motherfucker. Fuck in the bathroom with no rubber. I'm a nasty motherfucker. Came in this game and I can't hold back. Claiming it's lame, y'all ain't on that. Came from the pain, but it's paying me back. And I paint on tracks. Can't live in the past, you did. Get paid off telephone ring. Tell me my shit don't bang, you a lame.
Average day is like for you? What do you do for fun? Enlighten us.
Shit. Honestly, I'm probably like taking a good hike in the woods somewhere. I'm probably driving on like a country ass back road, you feel me, smoking dope. Definitely you know, recording music. Definitely being around like my homies and shit, and I would say like eating some good food, you know what I mean?
Said that first.
Yeah, should have said that first. You know, we big belly boys out here, but now we're about to be, you know, active big belly boys, you know. The big belly boy is still gonna be here, but it's like we're about to be slim, you know. Summer's coming up, so we're watching the big belly. We're letting it get.
So we active big belly boys. Okay.
Yeah, we active big belly boys.
You should trademark that.
Active big belly boys.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, really just music, bro. Like I like smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? I smoke a lot of weed. I love like the game, you know what I'm saying? I'm one of them people that love music and hip hop specifically, to where it's like I could talk about that shit all day. I could listen to hip hop and like rap and record, like just everything about it. Like that's what I care about. Like that's all. Like bro, I'll be ducked off, you know, somewhere, you know, one day in a fat ass crib, you know what I'm saying, still just be in the kitchen recording, smoking, bumping music, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what the fuck I like to do, you feel me? Like cruise around. Like, I'm a simple dude, you feel me? But like, I feel like I do be doing a lot too. You know what I'm saying? That's just like only like maybe 4 people might know about. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Like doing backflips and shit.
Like off of walls.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
That's like my one wish. I think that'd be so cool if you could do though. Like, just run and do a backflip. Like, you're the coolest dude at a party. Like, if you're at a party and you do that shit, everyone is like.
If we're at a party and dudes just start doing backflips, are you good?
But off the wall though, it's different. Like,
he's getting all the pussy there.
Oh yeah, if you were that, and you know what I'm saying, there's always that motherfucker that would just
They peaked in high school.
and just run off, do a little backflip, and I'd be like, dang. I actually seen Nelly. He was on Instagram. He did a fucking backflip, and he was talking shit like, "Bitch, I'm 40 something, blah blah blah." Still do a backflip, like straight off, just standing.
Give me that weed.
And I was like, dang. Like, shouts out to Nelly. Like, that was fire. I fuck with Nelly. That was actually my first album I ever listened to or got was a Nelly album, Sweatsuit. So that, I fuck with Nelly. My father, you know what I'm saying? Mean to cut you off. I just had to throw that in there because I was thinking about that. And we brought up backflips. And this lighter went out. I don't have one. That's a vape. That's not a lighter. You got a lighter? You got one?
oh, what the fuck?
That shit came quick.
You think it's gonna be quicker too?
Lame, y'all ain't on that. Came from the pain, but it's paying me back. And I paint on tracks. Can't live in the past, you did. Get paid off telephone ring. Tell me my shit don't bang, you a lame. Champagne with shrimp lamaine. Damn shame, you cursed the name. All the fuckers put a battery up in my back. Get a whiff of what I'm cooking and they get attached. Get a whiff of what I'm smoking on through the track. Every day gotta put on to the max. And I'm surfing my wave. Kick back in the sand, motherfucker, and I'm like in the flame. Take a hit, inhale, motherfucker, Got a shit, make a sale, motherfucker, Got a sale, make a bail, motherfucker, And I jump, never bail, motherfucker. Had to tell motherfuckers I'm the man, motherfucker.
As I came through spinning, I be hanging out the window, I be popping out the ceiling. Shit. I done touched on it.
Feel me?
First and foremost, I want to shout out to the big man above, you feel me? And then I want to shout out to Kenic Ray. You know, that boy out here doing big things, putting on, getting to it. I want to shout out to all the big belly bandits out there that got a big belly, but they're still doing what they got to do. I want to shout out to all the single mothers out there, you feel me? And I want to shout out, you know, to Easy Boy. I want to shout out to Jack Patton. I want to shout out, you know what I'm saying, to Sue. I want to shout out, you know what I'm saying, to Lou, Lunar Thought. And I want to shout out Zach Slump and Spaceman Jesse and who else? I want to shout out to Ethan Moore. I want to shout out to Sasquatch. And the last person I would shout out would be that fish in Finding Nemo that was super chill. I would shout out to him too.
The turtle?
Yeah, the turtle. I said fish, the turtle. You know his name?
No, I feel like I do.
I would shout out to him. That's how.
Is it Marty?
I think it is Marty for real.
Or is
No,
Marty the dad?
Marty's the dad.
Hold on, I'll look it up.
Bro, what's his name? Because that guy was super chill. Now that I think of it, I feel like that's me. That's how I feel. You feel me? That's
your spirit animal.
That's my spirit animal is him, for real.
Okay.
Shouts out to him, for real.
Nah,
that's the last
his name
person.
right now.
I saved the best for last.
Marvin? His name is Crush.
Crush, that's his name. Shout out to Crush, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Exotic Pop, you feel me?
Kenic Ray, full Midwest finest.
back in the sand, motherfucker, and I'm like in the flame. Take a hit, inhale, motherfucker, got a shit, make a sale, motherfucker, got a sale, make a bail, motherfucker, and I jump, never bail, motherfucker. Had to tell motherfuckers I'm the man, motherfucker. I'm the man, motherfucker. Bitches with a tan, doing tan, motherfucker. Tatted, motherfucker. Fuck in the bathroom with no rubber. I'm a nasty motherfucker. Came in this game and I can't hold back. Claiming it's lame, y'all ain't on that. Came from the pain, but it's paying me back. And I paint on tracks. Can't live in the past, you did. Get paid off telephone ring. Tell me my shit don't bang, you a lame. Champagne with shrimp lamaine. Damn shame, you cursed the name. All the fuckers put a battery up in my back. Get a whiff of what I'm cooking and they get attached. Get a whiff of what I'm smoking on through the track. Every day gotta put on to the max. And I'm surfing my wave. Kick back in the sand, motherfucker, and I'm like in the flame. Take a hit, inhale, motherfucker, got a shit, make a sale, motherfucker, got a sale, make a bail, motherfucker, and I jump, never bail, motherfucker. Had to tell motherfuckers I'm the man, motherfucker.
Bitch, I came through spinning, I be hanging out the window, I be popping out the ceiling. Shit. I done touched 100,000, I need to touch a million. Bitch, I came up, said my daddy drug dealer. Shit. Ride with a stick, put a hole in your cellar. Bitch, been on so high, I can't stand this feeling. Shit. I'm a shark in the water and I'm looking for a killer. Now watch how I go. You serve the storm, used to making it go. I smoke me a all, I just poured out the bowl. Got a 9 and it came with a pole. Swing on the lane when I hit on the curb. So, make 100 no words. My cup looking dirty, bitch, I'm hard to purse. I ride with a 40, bitch, a man on shirt. Said, motherfucker, love, got a trunk full of work. I'm shooting at the job, many shit go berserk. Got this scale booming like I'm ready for work. That's Southside.
And I'm surfing my wave. Kick back in the sand, motherfucker, and I'm like in the flame. Take a hit, inhale, motherfucker, got a shit, make a sale, motherfucker, got a sale, make a bail, motherfucker, and I jump, never bail, motherfucker. Had to tell motherfuckers I'm the man, motherfucker.